Hello everyone. Today's message title is I am a 10. The memory text is taken from Hebrews chapter 10 verses 14. It says, "For by one offering he has perfected for all time those who are sanctified." I, Teresa, had always been critical of myself and of everyone else for that matter. The way I understood God, He was up in heaven with a great big magnifying glass and a tally sheet, inspecting every move I made. When I went to church or did a good deed, He'd make a mark on His tally sheet. But on that same sheet, He'd make a mark for every blunder, sin, or imperfection. I believe that my net number of good marks determined how much of God's love and acceptance I would receive. This faulty perception of God had a huge impact on my marriage. I believe that since God was constantly inspecting me and looking for faults, then surely I should inspect my husband just as closely. In the midst of one of my inspections, I said some really hurtful things to David. Immediately, I knew I needed to confess this sin to God and ask for forgiveness. In times past, as I confessed my sins to God and told Him how bad I'd been, I would have expected a half hearted response. Okay, Teresa. I could hear God reluctantly saying, I'll forgive you. I'll mark your confession on the tally sheet and will let it go this time. But this time, my Heavenly Father very gently said, I know what you have done. You're forgiven, Teresa. When I heard God's truth, that He already knows my sins and accepts me anyway, a burden was lifted. I realized that God doesn't hold a magnifying glass and a tally sheet over me. Instead, He holds the crown of thorns that His Son wore and the nails that pierced His hands and feet. I saw God as He really is, the Heavenly Father who sees me as one being perfected because of the cross. Lord, help me put down the tally sheet and the magnifying glass I hold over my spouse. The question arises here: how have your wrong perceptions of God affected your relationship with your spouse? May God bless all of us. Thank you.